dear Sheikh. Okay. Get out of the picture. Look at him. Get out of the picture, would you please? Why can't I see it? Ah, there you are. Get out of the picture. All right. Start timer now. Fellow great leaders, whatever your style is, good evening to you. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you know how much time does it take to fly from Germany to Netherlands? It takes about 1 hour, 25 minutes. And yet, in Germany, they've got a different mindset. When a leader in Germany says to his followers, jump, then they will say, aye, aye, sir, how high? But a leader in Netherlands, when he says to his followers, jump, they will say, what is the reason for us we want to jump? Can we discuss that? Two different mindsets of leadership. Now, in Toastmasters, this particular project of your leadership style has been chewed on several times. I have taken this project 6 times, and this is the 7th time. Some of you are fed up and bored of listening to me talking about my leadership style. So what I'm going to do today instead, I'm going to let you discover my leadership style. I'll give you 3 scenarios which have repeated themselves, some more than others. The first scenario, 1990. I was a general manager of a hotel, and at that time there was a Gulf War, and the hotel was full of military international media. And the military advised me that the basement, which where the kitchen is, the best place to go down when there is a sirens and a scud coming. So on the first day, when we heard the sirens, and usually I've got 10 to 15 minutes to go down, I called my assistant and said, right, let's get everyone down to the basement. Now, some of my assistants said to me, sir, can we suggest something better? They wanted to discuss it. I said, down right now, no discussion. Now, you're going to say, well, if this is how you deal with your staff, then you are definitely an autocratic and authoritative leader, aren't you? Well, let's have another scenario. 2012, I was a CEO of a hospital. I've been given $3 million to invest, 3 million reals to invest the way I like. So I had 2 projects, dialysis unit or cath lab. And we did a study, and I thought cath lab is the best thing. However, I gathered a team, doctors, medical directors, someone, and we discussed this in a brainstorming. And they advised me that it's best to go for cath lab instead for dialysis because there's a demand for it. And then when we make a profit, we can go for the cath lab. Well, I was convinced. And I said, right, unanimous decision, cath lab, dialysis it will be. And now you're going to say, well, you're not so bad. If you did this and you do this most of the time, then you are a democratic leader, aren't you? Right? Well, let's have the third scenario. A third scenario was in 2018 when I decided enough of the operation. 40 years, in the operation, I want to take a break, join the board of directors and leave the operation. Now, my assistant, I've been priming him and coaching him for almost like 8 years. And then I said to him, right, you're going to be in charge now. And every time he came to me with an issue and he said, sir, there's this particular issue. So I'll tell him, do you have a solution for it? Well, he said, well, no. I said, good. Just go and find your solution because now you're in charge and don't come back to me anymore. Just deal with this situation. Now you're going to say, oh, you are an abdicator. You're what we call the laissez-faire type style. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, these are labels which we give ourselves. At the end of the day, what do you do across your time when you lead? What is your character? What is your behavior? Are you trustworthy? Are you compassionate? Do you listen to your people? Do you try to develop people? Do you have a vision? Are you innovative? What people think of you? That's what counts at the end of the day. Do you have a strategic thinking? Do you actually admit sometimes When you don't know something, you say, look, I don't know this, and seek help, because nobody is perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, what doesn't matter what label people give you, it matters your behavior across, the consistency in behavior. Sure, there are times where you have to be autocratic. There are times where you have to make a decision and take responsibility for it. Regardless, don't discuss it. But most of the times, it's brainstorming. I mean, I'm really so proud to say that nowadays, wherever I go, some large companies, some ministries, I find some people who actually were mentored by me and worked under my leadership style. Until today, they respect me. Now, that's what counts for me as far as it's concerned. Because you see, what you do when you're a leader is you inspire people to be able to do something that they never thought they can do. Allow them to make mistakes and guide them. Allow them to take responsibility and don't and cancel, and this is very, very important, the culture of blame. It doesn't matter, it's not your problem, it's our problem. Sit down and talk about it and find solutions for it. This is what matters, ladies and gentlemen. Your character, your behavior, and be accountable, which is very important. There's a style which is called bureaucratic, by the way, where, rules, regulations, like TMI. Take TMI, rules and regulations. Judges have to be anonymous, and that's it, no discussion. That's the bureaucratic style. Have rules. It's good to have rules. It's good to have guidelines, but be flexible so that you can move on. Accept new ideas, accept change. And most important of all, and what matters most, and I repeat it again, is to inspire people to discover themselves. Inspire people to do things that they never thought they can do. Now, that is my behavior and that's my character. You can judge what my leadership style. What is yours? Back to you, Master of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM Fateh.